Very good evening to you all. It's Saturday evening, the 10th of September, and we are remembering the life and the legacy of a great woman, the late Queen Elizabeth II. I thought I would make that central to my worship time today, and I hope that you will find yourself in the same place as me, as thanking God for a great woman whose life touched the world for good. So I've entitled it Saluting and Celebrating a Great and Gracious Monarch, Elizabeth II, on the occasion of her death. You know, Jamaica in the 1940s, of course, as most of you know, Jamaica is where I'm from. Jamaica in the 1940s and the 50s brings back memories of innocence and delightful music. That popular music melody was one of the very first piano pieces I learned from my music teacher mother, Kathleen McFarland. We often heard this melody and many others during those years in the 40s and 50s at band concerts, parades given by the British Army or Jamaican regiments or both. And some of the names that come to mind are the Royal Welsh Fusiliers and the Duke of Cornwall's Light Infantry. There are many tunes that many regiments had as their favorites, but there were lots of them and they were beautiful tunes. The ones that I just played were part of the beloved marching music of the British Grenadier Guards, the Coldstream Guards and other regiments. They are still heard every year at Trooping the Colour and many other events held at Buckingham Palace and other sites. Now let's fast forward from the 40s to the late 60s, when my brother John was sent by the Jamaica Defence Force for officer training with the British Navy. During his term of office, his cohort of fellow naval officers in training included a young man who chose to be known to his colleagues as Wales. I will leave this all commentary at that. Fast forward again to the 1980s, when my brother John's daughter married her childhood sweetheart, Jamie, a young officer who spent many years in intensive officer training with the British Army at Sandhurst in England. One Easter Sunday, Jamie was fulfilling public duties hosted by the Coldstream Guards by performing ceremonial guard duty at the palace. While on guard duty, he was quietly approached by the Queen's equerry with an invitation to dinner from Her Majesty after completing his guard duty. Jamie was dutifully led to the dining room, and he entered to find not a formal dinner party, but a family happily awaiting their guest. Attendees were Her Majesty the Queen, Prince Philip, the Queen Mother, Prince Edward, and Sophie Rhys-Jones, his fiancée, Her Majesty's equerry and lady-in-waiting, 8 in all, plus Her Majesty's corgis, 8 of them nestled comfortably under the dining table. What is really memorable for Jamie and for us, his family, is something that we cannot escape. It's the indelible testimony of a supreme monarch offering a simple invitation to her intimate family gathering at Easter, with no other motive than, if you're free, could you come up and have dinner with us? The lasting impact of this beautiful demonstration of the late Queen's humanity and graciousness for me goes along with her frequent affirmation of personal faith in God, resting upon her belief in Jesus Christ's sacrificial death and resurrection. She expressed this many times in writing and speech in many different ways. And think about this. This comes from a woman whom historians and biographers revere for her commitment to truth and honesty. It will be difficult, I believe, to find a better testimony, a better legacy of comfort to offer to grieving hearts throughout the world today. Her gracious, profoundly held Christian testimony is a legacy, a gift of healing balm to our souls. There is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. There is a balm in Gilead makes the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Sometimes I feel discouraged and feel my life's in pain. Then the Holy Spirit revives my soul again. There is a balm in Gilead that makes the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. If you cannot pray like Peter, if you cannot preach like Paul, go tell the love of Jesus who died to save us all. There is a balm in Gilead that makes the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. The scripture reference for that balm in Gilead is in Jeremiah chapter 8 verse 22. And may the Lord have mercy and blessing upon all of us, and may the Lord truly bless the memory of our monarch who has gone home to be with Christ. God save the King.